Iron Man issue number 4. That's right, folks. Who would have imagined that Tony Stark's past would come back to haunt him? Does that make sense? Is that something that's ever happened before in a Iron Man comic book? Tony is facing the repercussions of his actions? Is that possible? Is that something that's ever happened to him before? Yeah, that's called being an Iron Man comic book. This run's still really interesting to me. I wouldn't in a million years have guessed that an entire arc, not even arc, but like a marching order for an Iron Man comic book was, what if Tony was an out-of-touch nerd who hates magic, and magic is screwing him over? It's kind of fun. Very specific. I know why this book isn't going to be for everybody. It is just not what I think a modern audience is looking for in their Iron Man, but that's sometimes where the best art comes from. So let's get into it. This book opens up and we see Chicago. There's a couple of like gangsters or just like random mafia people in like a fake police vehicle. They got black masks on. They're like terrorizing a cafe, and one of these like kids, he just randomly sees them and he starts to like get attacked and charged. So he's trying to escape, but he's kind of like taken over by them. They have like a big shining light that's beaming over Chicago, capturing this kid so he can't escape. And it looks like the Heat, like their name's the Heat, they've taken over like the town. So Chicago's run by the Heat now. Is what's going on here. We'll cut back to that because it's going to come back up later. But we have to finish the stuff from the previous couple of issues. So we cut to Santa Monica, where Tony is talking with Riri. Riri's in the book. Yay! I love when these modern writers are like, Riri is kind of an interesting character. Let's actually use her in something. They're talking about how to go over and analyze the malware that's in the Ironmonger suit. Tony became the Ironmonger. He got like the amulet. That's the magic-possessed Ironmonger thing. Riri is smart. Maybe she'll be able to figure something out. Her like artificial intelligence in her suit called Natalie is like looking at Tony being, why do you look like that? He's like, sorry, my improvised suit doesn't work for you, doesn't riz you up or anything. And they're like, just Tony, stop trying to be relatable. I kind of appreciate this book for just making Tony out of touch with young people. That's what it should be. Tony should constantly feel like he's a 45 to 50-year-old man hitting on, the 30-year-old who doesn't even know what his mustache is referenced to from the 70s. That's what it should feel like with Tony. I like that that's what this book's kind of doing. Because it is a magic-based suit, Tony's like, we should get an expert in here to take a look at it. So I called the Scarlet Witch. So Wanda shows up. She appears. Yay! She's on the cover. I really enjoy it. She's like, Tony, what the hell happened to you? You look terrible. It's like, yeah, things got a little weird. So she's going to enter the amulet and take a look at what's going on inside of it. So she pushes a button. She kind of emerges in it. We get a really cool splash page of her just like fighting through the Ironmonger inside the Ironmonger. And when she emerges back out, she's like, Tony, that was more magic than I thought it was going to be. There's something about that, like, it's a very formidable magic, and it's far beyond what like Belasco had when like he gave it to Justine Hammer. So because of that, like, there's no way you'd be able to wield it either. Like, you should not put on this suit or touch this amulet, okay? But because the amulet is part of what infected Tony's armors, he's hoping, like, can we do something to take the magic out so I can, like, gain control of my suits again? Is that something that's possible? Wanda's trying to be like, I mean, maybe. It's very powerful. I don't really trust you to have it here in your garage. But as long as you, like, don't wear it because it, like, draws power from the people that use it, you should be okay. Just don't wear it. Tony? Don't wear it. Reiterate in multiple pages of the book. Tony Stark, notable douchebag. Do not wear the amulet of Ironmonger. So that didn't really like help them figure out how to like get the magic out of there. Maybe they'll be able to find a way. They can do their like cool techie stuff, but as long as they don't wear it, you should be able to find a way to corrupt it. But again, Tony, don't wear it. Wanda goes back to Lotkill, and we cut to later in the night where Tony and Riri are trying to figure out, like, I don't know how we're going to solve this problem. But Riri has an idea. She's like, I'm going to upload it a little bit so you can take a look at like what my idea was. I put it to the server. Tony's like, we should not have done that. Wanda specifically said not to do that. But she's like, no, look. The ironmonger magic is eating up the infection of the virus. It's like it's consuming itself. Tony's like, I mean, that does look good, but that's the specific thing that Wanda told us not to do. So he like gets a message from Wanda because Riri texted her like, hey, well, we'll send the information to Wanda, see what she thinks about it. And Wanda's like, I mean, it's like a counteraction. Like, of course it's going to happen. It's like magnets reversing the polarity. It makes sense, Tony. But the thing is, again, don't wear the armor. Huh. Is that going to work? Who knows? There is one piece, though, that they're seeing like through the servers that the Ironmonger suit can't break through. It's like a classified shield credential. They're like, why would it want that? We should figure out what that is. So they go to talk to Melinda May. She's like, get out of my office. Am I not packing fast enough for you? You make me lose my job and you want more shit from me? Like, it's not like that, okay? Shit is just going on. We want you to take a look at something. Like, there's weird shield credentials that are coming up on, like, my servers. Like, what's going on with, like, the California factory? She's like, Tony, you were literally the head of S.H.I.E.L.D. You set up a purchasing backdoor to streamline getting Stark Tech into the Helicarrier. So it looks like somebody kept one of the keys to that and is infiltrating your shit. So Riri, like, holds up a projection like, do you know what any of this is? And that's when Melinda knows what it is. So we cut to the Stark Unlimited factory where Agent 33, who is Carolyn Palamis, is like, yeah, she obviously is doing something with the technology that you left available through the servers and the keys and everything. Like, Tony, you were stupid and you didn't think about stuff. This is your fault. Yeah, it is. I kind of like that. Like, this is the thing that Ackerman's been doing really good with his run, which is Tony forgetting all the stuff he's done in his history. Oh yeah, I was director of S.H.I.E.L.D. I guess if I wanted to get Stark Tech in, I did leave like a back door open so people can like access my stuff. And now it's coming to bite me in the ass. So they get into a fight with a couple of like S.H.I.E.L.D. agents, and they take down Agent 33. And she's like, look, we're working for somebody out of Chicago. I'm not going to tell you too much about it, but because it's Chicago, of course, Riri has some connection to it. So she's getting a little testy. They realize something is going on over there. They have to get inside like a warehouse that's on the west side, so they're going to go check that out. Why Chicago? Well, there's a company there called The Heat that bought an old Stark building. More of Tony's repercussions coming back to haunt him. It was a building that he's only been to a couple times. Like, his dad actually was the one that used to house it. It was like in a deindustrialization age where it's just like an old building they no longer needed. Looks like somebody bought it, a company called Heat, New York City Limited or whatever. Now they're going to have to deal with that. So they land in the building, instantly have to fight a couple of guys. And it turns out that there's more at play here than what they could have imagined. So when the team lands, Riri finds like an old friend of hers. I never read the Ironheart books. Is Xavier a character that she's dealt with before? I'm guessing so. Anyways, a voice says to Tony, welcome to Hellman's Circle, Iron Man. We are here to save Chicago. And we see Lucia von Bardes is there. Is this the daughter of Count Nefaria? I can't remember. She's got like the color scheme with like the white and the blacks and the cape. But she's also got like a weirdly colored sentinel. Oh shit. Another thing from Tony's past that's haunting him. A sentinel. Ah, cool. No, it is cool. It is pretty fun. I do dig it. Good end reveal here. Makes this book feel a little bit different from the first couple of issues. I like it. There's always something really interesting to explore with the Tony-Riri connection, and when we do that right, we do it right. So it's kind of fun. I like the book. I like where we're going with this thing. It's working for me. It is working for me. Maybe because I'm a huge fan of the Scarlet Witch book, having her show up makes me happy. But still good. So, Iron Man, issue number 4. I am going to give a 7 out of 10. Now, thank you all for watching this review. Be sure to like and subscribe to the channel. As always, you can check me out on Instagram, TikTok, and Twitter. And of course, I will catch you in the next one. Have fun. Stay safe. Good luck.